This weekend, we have been better than the others, and it's a good result considering that after Zandvoort, it was everything but expected. Ferrari had already surprised in Saturday qualifying with pole position from Sainz, who confirmed himself in the race, keeping the lead for 15 laps ahead of Verstappen. We pushed to the limit to keep the Red Bulls behind, but we ended up using our rear tyres too much, trying to keep their pace. On fast sections, the SF23 changes its tune, and through a low aero, downforce and drag issues are massively reduced. The rear wing, brought to Monza, represents the most extreme solution by Ferrari. The monopillar has been substituted by a double support structure that at 330 km/h reduces the turbulence oscillations, stabilizing the rear flow. The spoon wing is replaced by a straight and shallow profile with a less sloped flap. The smaller frontal section improves drag, ensuring higher top speed. We have not been that far away from keeping Perez behind. With a light aero, we have observed a higher than expected tyre degradation on the rear. Rear tyre consumption has been managed by both the drivers, modifying the differential parameters. Continuous steering wheel pointer corrections have optimized traction in every race phase. K1 and K2 buttons select different MG UK strategies. The driver decides how much electric traction to supply in order to make the energy use in exit of the chicanes progressive. The vertical regulator increases or reduces the engine brake under conventional braking, a very important support in Monza, adapting the negative torque on the rear axle depending on fuel weight and tyre consumption. Over the spoke, two small wheels modify the differential behavior. The right one gives more freedom to the driving wheels. By rotating the left one, the torque axle becomes stiffer, maximizing traction in exit of the corner. The better power distribution enabled the sliding and grip losses to be limited, compensating the reduced downforce. The differential management gives it support also in the corners when the car leans. By assigning a torque prevalence to the outside wheel, a steering effect of the single-seater is obtained, reducing the understeer and the tyre tread sliding to the advantage of the compound temperature. The optimized power distribution has permitted a softening of the suspension in order to give the less loaded internal wheel the ability to copy Monza's curbs. The differential electronic control is customized depending on corners and forces that operate on the single-seater in rolling and pitch. This factor maximizes the grip of the rear axle also in entry corner phase with the load movement that lightens the tyre support. In any change of direction, the steered front wheels have to win the centrifugal force to direct the car, while the differential maps prove to be crucial to improve the driving precision, despite low aero and tyre setups that, at the end of the stint, suffer a high consumption.